Hey everybody, so we're in the middle of winter and we've got a recipe that we're going to try and hook you all up with. It is chicken soup. Now, big in the middle of winter, that's when our body is really depleted of minerals and vitamins and all that good stuff. And our body is weak, our immune system's weak. So last year I kind of fidgeted onto this recipe, and when the kids start getting a little weak, we make it. And what better time to do it now that it's cold? So what you're going to need is some chicken breast, some olive oil. You're going to need some diced onions. You're going to need some diced celery, some diced carrots. And then your spices, I use cloves, I use 5 spices that's combined, Chinese 5 spice, which is ginger. We have some star of anise. It also has anise. It's got a little bit of cinnamon and some cloves all together mixed in. We throw in some thyme, rosemary, some bay leaves, and a little bit of dill and parsley. Now here's why. So when you start thinking about this, the difference between food nowadays versus 30-40 years ago and back farther is nobody cooks with bone broth anymore. We do. Why? Because inside the bone is some marrow, and as it cooks it leaks out and it leaches into the soup, and it's very good for our immune system. As well as ginger. Ginger is great for as an anti-inflammatory. Thyme is great for this type of season because it boosts the immune system. It's used as an expectorant to help clear out the lungs when they're starting to get congested. Star of anise, similar anise. Those two working together, they work as well to help your digestive. It makes you want to eat a little bit more. It helps the stomach digest it, and as well as it has medicinal purposes for flu-like symptoms. Rosemary, same thing. So what we're doing is we're adding all this in. We're going to boil it down, and you're going to see how great this is. So let's begin with our chicken. All right, so what we have here is pretty much a good portion of the chicken. We have the breast, butterflied open. Yeah, there is bone in it. And then the thighs. Okay. And we throw that all in the pot. We're going to add our chopped celery and onions in here. Okay. I just chopped up some carrots. We're going to throw those in. Okay. Now we need to put in our stock, and this is roughly 6 cups. Okay. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of my 5 spice, Chinese 5 spice, which is, again, that's cinnamon, ginger, star of anise, and cloves. Man, that smells good. Okay, and then I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of dill. One tablespoon of thyme. Yeah, have to edit this as well. Tablespoon of thyme. Couple pinches of rosemary. And lastly, a tablespoon of parsley. All these things are great during the cold. So what we're going to do now, we're going to wrap it. We're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. Why? We're going to let all of this kind of congeal. When it's done in 2 hours, I know this sounds like a lot of work. You could take and make it shorter. I just do it this way because I want to make sure all the ingredients come together. But after it comes out in 2 hours, we'll unwrap it. We'll take the chicken. We're going to lightly, we're going to put it in the oven for 425. We're going to get it lightly started, and then we're going to put it back into the pot, set it on the stove, and finish it off all together. Okay? So let me wrap this and we'll see you guys here shortly. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours, and now I've taken the chicken out. It's soaked up a lot of juices. I'm going to drizzle some good old cold pressed extra virgin oil on it. The oven should be on 425. It should be up to heat. We're going to throw this in there, not really throw it, but we're going to put it in there for about 25 minutes, and it'll get started. When it's done, we're going to transfer it right back into our pot, and we're going to put it on the stove on medium heat. Alright, so we got the chicken out. We're going to start putting it in our pot. And then what we will do is put our pot on for medium heat, roughly 25 or so minutes. And then after that cooks down a little bit, we'll put it on simmer, and we'll kind of start taking some forks and tearing some of the meat off. Now, you don't have to do it exactly this way. If today was a work day and everybody was at work and things had to get done, we could throw it in a crock pot, put it on medium heat, and just let it sit there and cook down through the day as well. You didn't have to put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours and let it soak up juices. You can, just, and really, to be honest, you don't even have to put it in the oven if you're using a crock pot, or if you've got time to let it sit on the stove all day. But what this will do, it's going to taste great. It's going to boost the immune system, and all the spices in there is going to help some mineral deficiencies, whether it be zinc, whether it be iron. It's going to help with your chest functions, your lung functions, to fight against any type of cold that you may be having, or starting to get the little raspy in your throat that works down into the chest. It'll work as an expectorant, so on and so forth. If you've got a fever, that broth right there, it'll do wonders for you. And it'll help fight off all this cold. So we'll cook it down. Once we're done with it, we'll show it to you, and we'll see what you think of it after that. All right, so what you will see is she's pretty much done. So now the one thing I did not do is add salt. That's for you. If you add salt, pepper, have at it. If you want to use a crock pot, have at it. If you want to use a pot, have at it. If you want to do it the way I did it, it doesn't matter. You've got the ingredients. You know what the gist of it's going to look like. The most important thing here is the spices, because the spices are purifiers for the body that will help boost the immunity in the cold weather. I hope you guys enjoy the recipe. If you try it, please leave a comment and let us know how you like it. Y'all have a good day.